River, and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the New York Jets. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
Okay, break.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. When you talk about this Jets defense, they've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And how about that last play? Did you see how quickly they got to the ball? Caused a loss of yardage? Yeah, that play shows exactly why their ranking is justified.
And now they're just hoping to see more of that. And Pierce gets it again on second down. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Stroud on third down now. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. He's on his way. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second and 5. Wilson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's Wilson to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Jets are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Cook will score. Touchdown, New York. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Stroud to throw it. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. Big strides. Look at him go. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll send Brown in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. Brought down at the 20.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Stroud. And it's caught. Touchdown. Brevin Jordan. His second touchdown on the season. And the Texans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series that helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And give him a gain of 37.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
But Cook getting the call there on first down as he works his way forward for a nice gain of 5. The Jets at 500 at 6-6. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
And he is going to have a Jets first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. A good pickup there at 22.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Texans are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
23 yards the pickup there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Drop 60, drop 60. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Stroud looking to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. When you talk about this Jets defense, they've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay with them.
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Here goes Stroud again. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
Taylor now to return it. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They start the drive with Cook. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 7-7, our score after one. Second and 9. Now it's Wilson. And check down, complete to Hall. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. On fourth down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they are back to 500 now. The win last week, their 3rd in a row. And the question, is this run coming too late to make a difference in the playoff race?
Great question. They definitely still have some work to do, but I think a lot of folks were writing this team off about 3 weeks ago, even some of their own fans. So I suggest you put some extra shots on the old bandwagon because this team has rebounded.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. DJ Reed, who played in college at Kansas State, made the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Now Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
36-yard line.
Give to Cook out of the gun. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They run again on first down. Cook. There he goes left side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They run the counter with Cook. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction.
Touchdown, Jets! Tyler Conklin from 21 yards away. And the Jets are an extra point away from evening this one up. Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Phillips now from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Give him 32 on the play. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Zach Wilson with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Jets have moved out in front. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Phillips now from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the intercept. He's got a man complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, 78 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency, because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Jets will take over here at their own 14-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
This time they stay on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half, because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd down, Wilson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Open man here is Conklin. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd down. Play action. It's Wilson. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here pulled in by Lazard. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, Cook. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 65 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
It's a big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll run with Cook. And now a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Dalvin Cook so good in the open field, but he's equally good down here near the goal line. He can find those seams and just push his way through. So he might get another chance or two to punch this one in.
Cook is into the end zone for a Jets touchdown. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Phillips now from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now Stroud. And that is incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To throw is Wilson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got him out complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now Wilson on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. This is Lazard with a catch out left. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Steps away to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Zerline's kick is up and through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Phillips now from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Drop 50, drop 50.
Stroud now on 2nd down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Stroud on third down now. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Let's go now.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Warriors 70. Ready.
Stroud to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Ready.
The throwing again is Stroud. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
A very solid gain of 27. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. Here's Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Wilson. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Setting up the screen for Cook. He's got room at the 30, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Wilson's pass, intended for Tyler Conklin, incomplete. He was defended by Jalen Petrie.
Here's 2nd and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
From the shotgun, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Phillips now from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
And Stroud now to throw. On the slant, here's Collins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And quickly, they get to the line.
A gain of 12.
Stroud wants to change it up with an audible.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Woods. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up second down. Stroud looking to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Going for it with Pierce. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Stroud to throw it. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. They picked up 5 yards last time, now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a 2nd half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just